Welcome to another episode of Millennial Investing Explained. Here's today's question. Going back to our analysis, now that you have a company on your radar, what are your next steps? How do you analyze this company and decide if it's a good place for your hard-earned money?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, I think I had gotten past the point where I didn't feel like I had sunk a bunch of research into this company and then, consequently, then I felt like I really needed to go with it or recommend it because I had already sunk so much time into it. I mean, I was pretty good about being quick with the time to get in there and understand the business from the beginning. And if it was something that was interesting to me, and it was. So then for me, I mean, I started going through company filings, 10Ks, 10Qs, which are the annual and the quarter reports. I'll go through their earnings call transcripts, other transcripts from presentations they have whenever they do investor roadshows. Any resource you can find to learn more information about the company, about management particularly, and hearing their language, their ideas about how they're going to grow this business and how they view the world. I mean, is this a business that's focusing on the long term like we are as investors, or is this a business that is just trying to meet Wall Street's expectations every quarter? And I think that's always worth paying attention to because we generally like saddling up with business leaders who are looking 5 and 10 years down the line and not really worried about quarter to quarter. And going through and reading more about Silverman, it became apparent that he had a lot of great ideas that will take some time to roll out. And so you felt like he was looking at things from the long term. And ultimately, then it's just, we hear a lot about price and people will say, is that stock cheap or is that stock expensive? If I find a business that really fires in on all of those things that I'm looking for, a good market opportunity, a good culture, good leadership, growth prospects, something that I can understand, then price is not something that will just keep me from ever buying a stock or even recommending it for that matter. And that's the David Gardner in me, I guess, and Tom is the same way too, but the founders of the Motley Fool, Tom and David Gardner, they've taught us a lot about not haggling over price and just getting in on good businesses. And so, I will model out the financials to understand what impacts the financials and where the stock could go one day. But, when you find a business that you really like, don't haggle so much over the price. The stock market ebbs and flows in the short run, but definitely over the longer haul, the trend is all just in one direction.
That's all for this episode of Millennial Investing Explained. Be sure to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, or subscribe to our YouTube channel to get even more free content.